You know, in Psalm 46, verse 1, it says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Just as how you are chopping down towards the ground, remember that God is always there to help you chop down the obstacles and challenges in your life. He's your refuge and strength, and with him you can overcome anything. So as you twist and turn, may you be reminded of his presence and guidance in your life. I'm Raman Hunter. Welcome. So today we're going to be talking about the downward woodchops. Just like what I was saying before about chopping down the obstacles in your life. We're going to be chopping down towards the ground with this downward woodchop exercise. It's a wonderful exercise for your core. And it's a really good exercise to help stabilize your spine. It's a nice rotator movement. And it helps to really strengthen and build endurance in the core musculature. The starting position for this exercise is I have this resistance tube here. You can also use a resistance band. You can use the long or the large resistance loops. You can use a cable pulley machine. And for this case, we have a resistance tube. I'd anchored it high. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to stand perpendicular to that pull, right? So you have the resistance tube. It's anchored to a high surface or to a high level, at a high level, above the head or so. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to hold one end. You're going to step out a little bit. You're going to make sure that the feet are about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, because what you're going to actually be doing is going into a squat as you perform this exercise. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to be shifting your body like this. As you do the downward woodchops, you don't want to be shifting your body like that, and you don't want to be pulling with your arms like this, right? Make sure the head is in a neutral position. You want to make sure the shoulders are back and down. You want to brace the core. Remember what I was saying from before about bracing the core is that you find your navel, your belly button, and you move a couple inches to the side away from that, either to the left or to the right. It doesn't really matter, until you're right under the lower rib. Right? From there, sink your hand in, sink in your fingers, using your fingers, find the navel or your belly button, move to the side a couple inches away from it until you're right under your rib. You're going to press down into your stomach and you're going to breathe out and brace. When you breathe out, you should feel your fingers popping out away from your stomach. And that is what I mean by bracing. Once you can do that, you want to maintain that contraction, maintain that tone as you perform this exercise. So whenever I say bracing, that is what I mean. All right. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to brace your core, feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider than shoulder width apart in a squat stance. And you want to make sure the knees are slightly bent. When you have the tube, you don't want to be pulling with your arms. Keep the arms straight and you're going to pull inwards towards your knee, towards the opposite knee. So it's at a diagonal. You're going to pull inwards towards the knee, the inner knee, okay? You don't want to overshoot the knee like this. You don't want to be doing too much excessive rotator movements or rotations. You're just going to take your time, and it's a crunch as well. So you're going to crunch, curl in, and pull in towards the knee as you rotate. So right here in the inner knee, right here, all right? So you went again, go ahead, pull in. Some people, if you don't want to go too much into a squat, you can keep the knee slightly bent and you can just curl inwards. You can curl inwards like that. But I like to include the component of the squat. So you're going to squat into it. Boom. Again, the temptation is to shift your body away from it like that, as if you're pulling with your body, right? As if you're leading away from it with your body. I don't want you to do that. Take your time. You're going into a squat. That's all you're doing. You're going into a squat as you rotate downwards. So you're going to follow your hands with your eyes and pull in towards the inner knee of the opposite leg. And then release it slowly. Back up again. Pull downwards towards the inner knee. You're going into a squat again. You're not shifting your body to the right or to the left or to either side. You're sitting right down into a squat, but you're curling as well. All right. So let me show you from side view without the resistance. I'm just going to demonstrate the movement for you. You're going into a squat like this. Right. You can curl it back because it's a crunch type exercise. Curl it back because you want to engage your core, you want to engage your abdominals, so you curl into it, okay? So as you pull down, you curl into it to get a good, strong engagement of your abdominal muscles. That's the purpose of the abdominal muscles, to cause trunk flexion, right? The rectus abdominis primarily. So you're going to curl into it, boom, and you also engage in your obliques, internal, external obliques, transverse abdominis. Keep the core tight, brace it, and pull down, boom, like in this position, right? So you don't have to go in, you're not really doing a literal squatting. It's more you're really involving, or you're adding the component of a squat, but you're curling into this one. Downward Woodchops. Boom. All right, so you're bringing it into the inner knee, release it slowly, and then back down. Let me show you back with this. You have it, arms extended. You're going to follow your hands with your eyes as you lead it down towards the inner knee. You curl into it, you're in a squat position, and then as you come up, you straighten up again. You come out of the squat. You go back into the squat as you pull down diagonally across the body and into the inner knee, and then you straighten up again. This is a wonderful exercise for your core muscles, helps to build endurance, gives you stability. It helps with strength of the abdominal muscles. It helps in so many different ways. Actually, you also get a nice work with regards to your arms, depending on how much resistance you use. And because you're adding the squat component of it as well, it also involves your legs, your glutes, and your thighs. All right. So this is the downward Woodchops, and add it to your program. Is a wonderful exercise to do, and I pray that you really enjoy it and that you really gain the benefits out of it. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.